Okay, hello, hello.
Hello, KPC.
Welcome to another KPC Live and Anna Live.
Mine's live.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm
guys.
live too. Welcome everybody. Tunisia, hi. Navneet,
Hello.
Slav, Amira, Meredith, Kim M, Couch Potato Party. Hello everybody. Welcome to the show. Yes.
Hi.
And it's a very sad day.
Why? No, he's trolling. What is it?
It's a very depressing day.
You're trolling. What is it?
I'll tell you about it in
At
like
the end of the live, like you always
30 minutes, yeah. But before you go in, check out the websites over here. Biroso, awesome cards and Korean products, Nike sweatshirts, collaborations. Go check it out. And before we start the live, for both of us, if you want to donate, if you want to support the
yes.
stream, go directly to PayPal.
Mine's
Not
linked.
Super Chat, because Super Chat takes 35%. So really would appreciate if you could go to PayPal here. The link is over here and in the description. Okay.
Did you
So?
see the video I sent in my last PayPal about last time? Can you send videos on PayPal? I definitely got your donation. I don't know if I can
Yeah,
receive...
we get your messages.
Yeah, we get the messages. I'm not sure if I can receive videos on PayPal. Hey Anna, I'm so glad I could join your live today. I'm from Hong Kong. Speaking of Hong Kong, I'm going next week on the 7th. I am so excited.
I'm so jealous.
You've been to Macau several times.
I've been to Hong Kong too, but
You've been to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong has so many delicious stuff. The
That's-
dim sums and
Yeah,
like
so much
the-
good food. And
Yeah.
my dad is actually leaving tomorrow with my family. So that should be fun. And
Really out of topic and really weird way to start the stream, but like there's a slang for Hong Kong. Like
What?
I'm going to Hong Kong in Korean.
맞아. Yes. Explain to that. That's like this weird slang. It's not slang.
It's slang.
It's like a weird myth. Not a myth, but like when a girl says, well, anyone, it doesn't matter what, if a girl or guy says it. If you're saying, oh, I'm going on a
It's
Hong Kong
usually
trip.
the girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Hong Kong 여행 간다.
Mm.
I'm going on a Hong Kong trip. It means like she's gonna have the big O. She's gonna she's gonna come. She's gonna have the big O. That's usually what it means. I don't know why
So for
it's Hong Kong.
dudes, it's usually like Hong Kong 보내줄게. It's
Yes,
like
I'll send you to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I'll
but
send you to the Netherlands.
I'm pretty sure there's an origin, but I'm not that knowledgeable in
I have
those
no
kind
idea
of.
why it's called
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
But anyways, what a weird way to start a stream. You mentioned Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's why. A cute shirt on you. Actually, this shirt, I'm just going to film it in my vlogs, but this shirt is like, it's from a Korean brand called Ron Ron. Jenny has worn this on her Instagram, and
Oh,
Suji
really?
as well. So it's like the trending t-shirt of Korea.
Really? I should sell it on Beatles.
I'll give you the link.
Okay, that's nice. So just to go back to Hong Kong, it says, according to Google, it's the equivalent of getting high or like getting the orgasm.
Yes.
And the roots go back to the 1960s. It's a slang that started there. And Hong Kong was back then like a very luxurious and nice like place. It is still. But to Korea, and it was under like UK law, UK what do you call sovereignty or whatever. It had amazing capital. It was like the golden city and a lot of fantasy. A lot of like Hong Kong movies were imported to Korea. So there was a lot of jealousy, envy, and respect towards Hong Kong. So that became, I'm going to Hong Kong.
Now you know this phrase. If you say in Korea, I want to send you to Hong Kong, it could have like a sexual meaning.
Yeah. Okay.
And can I just show everybody? I'm very excited about these. I got green nails.
Green nails.
Yeah, nobody cares, but I think they're super cute.
Okay,
Dark green.
they're cute. Yeah.
They're cute.
Hello.
Catchup talk.
Hello. Catch-up talk. Okay, so let's start the news in about like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you're in a rush, if you're re-watching this, skip like to the 20-minute point and we'll start the news. Hello, JS Sun. Hello, Gamma. Hello, Art. Hello, Chanmer. Kimpi.
Huh?
Hello, Trenami. 선물
Shanam is saying, I
time.
don't see any bananas next to names in the chat. Oh, what's happening? I saw them way earlier in the chat. Guys, say hello if you're a member. Say hi. Catch-up talk. So how
Yeah.
have you been?
My body is worn out right now because we did the contract for the office. We
You
got
did?
Yeah, we got a really big space.
Where?
It's in Hyochang-gongwon, the
Oh,
place I was
good.
telling you about. It's literally like 5 minutes from my house. It's in line 6, so Subini,
That's
Anna,
so convenient.
everybody can go there. Probably in like within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's very spacious. It's like a L-sized, very weird construction, but like L size. One size is going to be like Piroso and like all the other office work. One side is going to be KPC, the content studio. You're free to come whenever you want, and
Yay.
the streaming place is going to happen there as well. But the thing is, it's so large. I consulted with like a cleaning company about like the cleaning and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty old, so I needed to get rid of the dirt and all that kind of stains. And they called $600, and I was like, that's too much.
For the cleaning?
Yeah, I can't afford that. So I did it all myself yesterday, and I literally like ruined my whole shoulders and my body, and like it's aching. I took like a painkiller right now. And, yeah, just to save a couple bucks. But
Send a super chat to David for his worn out body.
yeah,
Okay, well, how much is the rent?
the rent is super
Cheap?
affordable.
How much?
Like so,
How much is
according
the
to
deposit?
size, it's 30평.
30평? It's pretty big.
Very big.
Yeah.
But we went around all of Seoul,
Yeah.
and it's 110만 원.
For the rent?
Yeah,
Tell them how much that is in dollars.
that's like a $900,
$900.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
That's
affordable.
really. How did you get? How much was the deposit?
Deposit was 2,000 won, so
2,000.
20,000. Yeah, but
Wow,
that's
that is really good.
really good. You'll be surprised when you visit the space and you like see like that place is $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me when to come.
Yeah, anytime, but it's not
anytime.
ready yet. It's
Okay.
just a white space now.
Thank you, Chenami, again for gifting memberships. Thank you. Anna, did you get your nails done in Korea? I just joined. Yes, I'm in Korea. You would be surprised how many people don't, like especially even brands, they reach out to email me. They're like, where do you live? Do you live in London? Do you live in America? I'm
Yeah.
like, they
Do the
clearly haven't
basically
looked up
research,
a
yeah.
single video on my channel,
Yeah.
and they will just send you emails. Speaking of annoying emails, do you get emails from like Temu and
No.
Trova Trip?
No, I get notifications from Temu ever since I signed up. They're like,
Do you actually use it?
"You're missing this deal right now.
Yeah,
You're getting
it's
extra
super invasive.
$30." Like,
Have you used it?
yeah. I was like in the bathroom, and then I was looking for furniture. I installed
It's
Temu.
super cheap.
And then it was like, you got 5 minutes to make a $10 purchase to get like $100 coupons. And I was like, what? And
They make it super, yeah.
the clock is
marketing.
ticking, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like, and they recommend you like some useful products, and I was like, actually, I need this, like, and they're like, if you buy this right now, we'll give the delivery fee for free, and then
And it's super cheap. It's like ridiculously cheap. Like I watched quite a few videos
Yeah.
on Temu, and it's just like their business model is they're just bleeding money right
Uh-huh.
now. They're not making any. They're bleeding money, but they're just spending it all on marketing and making the product super cheap.
Yeah.
To like just make everyone become aware of the brand. They want to make it like into the bigger than Amazon basically.
yeah.
What do you guys think of Temu? Have you guys used it? Because I keep getting sent emails from them being like, can you promote on your channel? And I can probably ask for like a really decent price, like as an influencer
Yeah.
for the video. But are you guys going to be angry if I promote that kind of stuff on my channel?
Well,
Give me your opinions.
I already gave them a $10 sale, so sales.
Will you guys be angry with me if I do a Temu promo video?
Why would they be angry?
Because they're like, it's like promoting like child labor.
Oh,
and
is it?
That's what I've heard.
Really? I have no idea on
It's
that.
really cheap Chinese products.
It is really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Let me know what you think. Should I just get the bag? And because I've never shopped that on there, but it's just like, and same with
Yeah.
Trova Trip. Trova Trip is like, I see a lot of my influencer friends doing this actually recently. It's like a company where they organize group trips and the influencer is the host. And then like they're using the influencers like the following to like be like, hey, join me for a trip in Tokyo or like come to Korea. They organize everything. but it's just like it's priced very expensive.
You're basically advertising them right now. Like, well,
Okay,
did you get
doing
a
it for
back
free.
deal? Is
I
this
haven't got any deals. Yeah, I just haven't said yes to TurboTrip.
Well, everybody in my chat is like, Temu is a ripoff. The
Okay.
reviews are not good.
Reviews are
Don't
not-
do it.
And like I've heard people's like
Temu is
card
crap.
information got stolen. It's really shady.
Cancelled 100%.
Yeah.
Temu is terrible and they got in trouble for selling customer data. What? What kind of company is this?
No Temu promo videos. Okay, fine. I just got a super chat. Thank you. What's RN? I'm late. Hi, Anna and David. I was looking forward to this live. And Anna, your nails are cute. And David, you look extra handsome today.
Oh, thank you. The reason I'm wearing a cap is because I got... Oh, there's a story I gotta
Okay.
tell you. So,
Okay.
you know 당근 Market. It's
Yes.
like carrot market. It's like the second-hand market for Koreans.
It's like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. And they do like shares there too. Like they just give you products if they let me go there, and I made a reservation. It's like, yeah, it's right next to your home, so like come on over. And then I went, and then literally this guy, he's like the biggest amateur novice ever.
Oh no.
He took 2 freaking hours to cut my hair. It's a
What?
guy's hair. I don't know. He's like tick, 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 tick. And then he
Not even girls' hair takes 2
I
hours
know.
to cut.
I know, and then because like I'm an introvert, I can't complain in those kind of situations. And what am I gonna do with my incomplete hair? So I just have to let him finish, right? And then like you know like the razor blades, right? He had like 6. He literally used all 6 of them to cut my hair. He's like, Dean, Dean,
my
and then
God.
that kept on forever. And then at the end, my hair turned on horrific, and I was like sighing. And then he kind of caught that, and he was like, you know what? I'll give you like a free down perm because like, you know, you don't seem satisfied with your hair.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, whatever. Like
You already
it's-
spent so much time there.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'll give you a free down perm. But that was my mistake because it took an extra 1 hour for that.
Wait, hold on. It says my stream is frozen.
Oh, sorry. But
What?
yeah, it took 3 hours in total to get horrible hair. And my hair looks like, I don't know, like a mushroom right now. I can't even take off my cap. So, yeah, the moral of the story is never get free haircuts when they offer you for their portfolios. But I've heard some good stuff about like going on 당근 Market and like getting like free haircuts. There's actually a lot of options. So if you look for decent ones and you look at the reviews and stuff, like some people literally give good haircuts. But in my case, it was
Why is this not working?
it's not working. What did you ask them to give you? I just asked them to
Okay.
give like a normal freaking guy's haircut.
Is it okay now, guys? Why is this so annoying?
YouTube is
Is
not.
that the Wi-Fi?
No, the Wi-Fi is working perfectly fine for me.
It's never now had this problem before.
버섯돌이, yeah, you're making fun of me now. But
Why?
try to keep on refreshing or start over. 3 hours, that's crazy. Mine takes that long, but I get highlights and I have long hair. Yeah, for girls, I would assume it would be worth the visit and time to get, you know, a 3-hour free haircut. But for a guy, I usually go to a $5 barbershop. It's not even a barbershop. It's where ajashis go to. It's called Nice Guy. And it's a chain, but it's really good quality. It's clean. You gotta do all the hair washing and all the stuff by yourself. But I would do that for like saving an extra $3. But it's like $5 to $6, and they just chop in like 10 minutes, and you're gone. And I'm always satisfied with my haircuts. My past haircuts were all from Nice Guy. But someone's saying Temu is hacking you.
Oh
No.
my God! Is it why?
You said bad stuff about Temu.
Finish your browser.
Yeah.
Update. Okay, guys.
Maybe restart.
I have to restart my browser.
Yeah, maybe restart.
Okay, guys, just wait 1 second. I'm gonna restart my stream. I'm gonna.
Usually new barbers apprentice with a more experienced one here in the States. Yeah, there was a guy who seemed more experienced behind me, but this guy was like...
Okay, fuck.
And honestly, it looks so funny because like barbershops in Korea, they've been relatively new. It's a new concept here. They've been around for like, I think a couple 5 or 6 years. Before that, it was just all like hair salons. But these guys, they cosplay like these macho masculine men. So this guy had like a rider jacket on, and he had like piercings and like, you know, everything. Like his hair was all like, you know, crazy. But appearance doesn't matter.
Is
like,
it working now? I restarted my browser. I think it's fine now. It's working now?
It's working now, says
Okay.
it works now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I completely missed everything that you just said. So.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah, all my links.
BSing about like the barbershop. Yeah. David and Anna, any recommendations for haircut places in Seoul? Well, I would just recommend go to like the big franchises. Even though they're expensive, they do give like standard quality haircuts. But I'm a believer in, you know, like hair salons, barbershops. If you just have the basic skills, like wherever you go, you're gonna get a decent haircut. Like I don't care that much about my hair. Honestly, okay, I might be lookist, but I truly believe that, you know, like you gotta have a certain appearance for your hair to actually complement yourself that much, like if to the like the details, you know, like 1 inch of your haircut isn't gonna like change your appearance magically. You gotta be on Chaonu or like Suji or Jenny level to have like a slight touch in your hair, and then that's gonna complement your appearance that much. If you're just a commoner like me, just go to a $5, $10 hair salon, and it's not gonna be that different to like a $50, $100 hair salon. That's my philosophy, but be
Anyway,
your way.
David's ranting. I have a rant that I also want to
Okay,
say.
go on.
You know how, okay, this is, you guys won't know, but this is a new feature on YouTube. You know how we're doing a live stream right now and it's this way, like landscape?
Yeah.
YouTube has now pushed out live stream but on vertical, so like TikTok live. And they're saying if you go on live on YouTube from your mobile and it's vertical,
Yeah.
then they will push it out, they will put it on the shorts feed. So people who like browsing shorts,
Really?
they will stumble upon people's lives and then they might come to your channel. So they're saying, okay, they're really pushing. It's basically really, really like TikTok live. And so I've seen some of my creator friends suddenly going live on this format, and it's just like, but it's just like, what do you want us to do now with this?
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, it's really new. It's like
You
literally
go vertically live and
on
they'll
your phone,
push it
on
on
your
your
phone.
shorts feed?
They push it on people's shorts feed.
Whoa.
It's like TikTok.
I should try that once.
But then we won't be able to do it like this. You have to do it just like it's meant to be like more casual live setting, like Instagram live.
Okay, let's
They
try
want-
that.
they
I think
want
I
that
can.
option.
I think I can chop it off into half with OBS. Put you in the bottom and put myself on the top and do
maybe.
something like that. But I think they should make a separate interface for that, like Instagram Live, like the chats to come up on the bottom and stuff to do that. But yeah, let me just answer a super chat. Thank you so much. I can't read your full name right now, but Pizza/Studio Fund. Thank you. Love you both. Pizza. Thank you. Okay.
Wait, I got one from Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. We totally messed up the sequence of the stream, which is why we were having issues. We have to start every stream with Anna conforming or denying that she's dating David, and then we can start the show. Literally on every single video, every single live. But even on my most recent vlog, it's just like anytime I'm shown with like either like the J Bros as well, Jason, John, they're like, Anna, you should date one of them. It's like, actually, these comments, like I just find it funny, right? But it actually like hinders my actual dating life. These guys, they come on my YouTube, they're like, who is this? Who is this guy that's on your channel all the time? I'm like, I'm not dating David.
That's a sign for not meet that guy. He's being insecure about a random guy who's on your vlog. Then. It just tells you what kind of path you're gonna be walking down if you're in a relationship.
But honestly, yeah, like I sometimes wonder, like, should I just not? Maybe I shouldn't put like have videos with guys or live streams with guys because it does actually hinder my dating.
No. No,
You have to be really secure.
Do you value your YouTube life bigger or like relationship?
No, my YouTube.
Yeah,
obviously.
like then there's the answer.
But yeah, thank you, Patrick. So I always say, okay, so the YouTube vertical thingy, that was annoying me. And also, I figured out on mobile, you can actually go live with another person. So,
like collaboration.
Yeah, so you can have someone for a different channel. Like I said,
Really?
Subini, like I was like, let's go live on mobile. You can't do it on desktop, which is annoying. And something else I wanted to say.
Subini.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, like, it annoys me for Instagram Reels and also YouTube Shorts. On TikTok, when you watch a video, you have the option to, like, hold on the side and it makes the video go 2x speed.
Okay.
So that's, like, it saves me because when people talk really slow, I'm just, like, press 2x.
Interesting.
And, you know, on Instagram Reels, I swear before, you used to, like, be able to, like, hold down and, like, skip ahead to the part that you want.
Yeah.
They've got rid of that feature now. So
I
it's
don't
just, like,
think
you
they
have to
ever.
watch the whole reel.
I don't think they ever gave you
No, I
that
swear
in
on
the
my
first
life, they
place.
used to have that feature.
That's been a pet peeve for me for a while
Yeah,
too.
it's for a while. And Shorts as well. Well, Shorts, I think you can go like this, but you can't you can't change the speed.
I don't think you can do it with Shorts either.
You can go to a thingy in Shorts.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Anyway, like, I wish all these platforms would sort out all these issues. And on Shorts, like, you can only choose the thumbnail on the YouTube Shorts from mobile. You can't choose it on desktop. All of these issues, I want to have, like, a meeting with YouTube and complain about all the things that I find annoying.
I got some hot tea,
Okay.
and I might be sued by this, but allegedly, from an alleged source that knows a lot of insiders of YouTube, from YouTube, I've heard some tea. Allegedly, even YouTube doesn't know what's going on
Really?
in the inside. So their engineers, like, everybody talks about the algorithm, shorts, live stream channels, long form, like how they're not, like, combining and, you know, like segregation and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, even YouTube themselves are, allegedly, even they themselves are experimenting within themselves. So they don't have it figured out either. And then they made too many fragmentations, like, suddenly, so that those aren't, like, organically intertwining. So they just gave up. That's what I heard, allegedly. So it's gonna take a while for them. Like, they're doing YouTube shopping right now, shorts, like long form, live stream podcasts. So they're just expanding without any kind of, like, real infrastructure. So
I think you have a hater on your...
Oh, really?
Someone says this is...
Don't give the interested hater. Like, I like haters being on my comments because I always imagine behind the keyboard how much time and effort they have to go through, like, typing in 3 lines constantly.
It's always the same convo and stories. Later, everyone. I've had my fill of these self-complimenting streams.
Yeah, whatever. Don't give attention to them. Why do you even read it out? Like, that's what fuels their motivation. They're probably laughing at, oh, she noticed me.
Thank you for the engagement.
Yeah.
It's not even on my job.
Whatever. I don't even know who you're talking about, but anyways.
Nicole says, Anna, you should not do that. You shouldn't let who you are dating control who you are seen with or talk to. I mean, obviously, in the end, I will do whatever I want to do. So, exactly. And also, I was saying to David just before I was on my way here, there's this thing in Korea. It's like, how do you describe 청약? What do you say in English?
It's a house lottery.
It's literally a house lottery in, like, the most expensive areas of Gangnam. There was one going on and the results come out tomorrow. Literally everyone in my entire family has applied for this. Basically, if you get this apartment in Gangnam, then you can get it at, like, a really, really low price. It was like a price from, like, years ago, 4 years ago. It's impossible to buy an apartment in Gangnam at this price. So they're giving 3 apartments away only. And they're just, like, literally just picking. It's like the lottery. And whoever gets it can have the chance to buy the apartment at this really low price. And then you can literally flip it for, like, this is your only chance to, like, possibly make, like, $2 million. Only chance. So, I mean, it's like literally everyone in Korea has applied. So has Subini.
I haven't.
You haven't, but, like, literally everyone I know has applied.
I'm like,
so.
I'm not gonna win that lottery. Nah.
Anyway, so if we end up winning, one of us ends up winning, I'll let you guys know. But then you have to have the massive deposit and
the interest rate's gonna just cripple you.
Yeah.
The interest is gonna.
But wish us luck.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'll be applicable for, like, to get that amount of loan.
Yeah.
Because you
literally have to scrape everything, your assets you have to try and make that deposit.
Yeah. So I don't think it's worth it. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I actually know some friends of mine that have won the lottery, and they, like, not to this level, but, like, there are multiple lotteries around Seoul, outside of Seoul. He's won, like, 2 lotteries outside of Seoul in a place called Dongtan, and it's like a Lakeview apartment, and he literally earned, like, I don't know, 7억 from that lottery. So apparently how it works is, like, there's, like, what do you call it?
7억 is like how much in US?
700,000? No, like 500,000.
500,000.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 500,000 USD. But how it works is like you do the lottery. It's usually like a newly built apartment, and they give you chances to get like a portion of it. Like they give you like a ratio for people to get lotteries, and they give it to you like a very cheap price. And how you earn that much money is, so let's say the adjacent apartments nearby are formed at like an average price of like 1 million. What do you call it? 실억이 얼마랬지 방금? 700.
500K.
500K, right? So let's just say the adjacent apartments are 1 million.
Okay.
1 million, and then you get into this apartment with 500K.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the lottery price. You
Yeah.
get all your loans and you pay the 500K.
Yeah.
Then your house is instantly evaluated as 1 million because the nearby apartments are 1 million.
Yeah.
So that's the calculation on how you would earn 500K.
How you can earn more.
Yeah, but as long as you don't sell it, you're not really earning that money, but at least you know that, oh, my assets are up at that much value. So whenever, and from what I know, you have to hold that, you have to live in that apartment after getting the lottery for like at least 5 years or something. So you don't know if the apartment price is going to fluctuate or not, but people like to think like, oh, I earned 500K because, you know, of that logic, yeah.
Anyway, wait, I had a comment. Hey Anna, do you have any fancy nightclub recommendations in Seoul? Thanks. Well, just anywhere in Apgujeong, really, or Cheongdam, or I mean, a lot of the Koreans go to Gangnam. I never really partied there. I can recommend like Eagle, Hype, Times. If you like hip hop lounge kind of vibes, those are the ones to go for. I don't really like the EDM ones, so those are the ones. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I haven't really been going out much these days, to be honest with you, though. I haven't been partying much. So.
And just before we go into the news, thank you, shout out, I think you got one too. Thank you to Donovan for the $25 on PayPal. There's nothing to say, just for appreciation. My man, I think you're a man.
Thank you, Donovan.
My bro, my hyung. Thank you, Hyung Pizza, for the 25 on PayPal. PayPal is the best.
People are making fun of how you're saying adjacent.
Adjacent.
What? Adjacent.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
Adjacent. I've always pronounced it adjacent. I have some weird pronunciations. Even for pronunciation, I always go pronunciation, but apparently it's pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
I know that in my head, and there's another weird word, aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know how to pronounce it?
Aesthetic.
No, it's aesthetic. It's supposed to be E.
Whatever.
It's aesthetic, but I always say aesthetic, and people
Whatever.
call me out for saying aesthetic. There's a lot of weird words I have, but
Anyway.
bear with me. I learned my English when I was 3, and I came back to Korea for like 20 years now. So.
Also, okay, before we go into the stories, my song of the week.
Song of the week, yeah.
The bop of the week for me has definitely been Le Seraphim's Easy. Have you heard?
Yeah, I've heard.
They already have good songs, I think.
Yeah, Le
Seraphim
Seraphim has
has
some
good
quality
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they really have the best like producers. I really like them. I think they're also really cute, all of them.
They're cute.
Yeah. And I think 5 members is like, it's like if I don't like groups that are like, you know, like AK48, like massively too. I think sometimes like don't hate me 17 fans, but I think even 17 is too many members. Yeah. Yeah, just enough. Enough. Anyway, shall we do with the first story? What should we talk about first?
Well, speaking of idols,
Yeah, okay, let's do Karina.
now you have the reason why it's a very depressing and sad day.
Oh, that's why you were saying. That was your reason?
Yeah.
Because David likes Karina.
Well, as you can see on the title of my stream, Korean men are all heartbroken. It's National Mourning Day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. Well, Karina was everyone's girl, I would have to say.
Everyone's girl.
Yeah.
She belongs to...
She belongs
Nobody.
to all Korean men's hearts.
Okay, so basically, she's 24. The guy is Lee Tae-wook. Did you know him before?
No, but I don't want to know about him.
He's 2 years older. They met at a Milan fashion show, and I actually saw a video on Instagram of them meeting for the first time.
Good for him.
Apparently, it was love at first sight. They fell in love at first sight
Good
with
for
each
him.
other.
Whatever.
Yeah,
May
they
he
met
have
in
a happy
Milan.
life.
And and then she's been like hanging out around his house, around his neighborhood.
Oh my
they
God.
go on drives.
Oh my God.
David, stop being jealous. She was never yours to begin with. She is never
Hey,
yours.
If I can't have someone, then nobody should. That's
To be honest, I don't know if he's super. I mean, he's good looking. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's handsome. I don't know what he's been in.
he doesn't deserve Karina.
And you do? And
No,
you do?
no, nobody deserves her. Nobody.
Oh, so that's why you were sad. But I'm good for her. They should date. And yeah.
No. I do not approve this relationship. You guys know I'm kidding, right? I'm happy for them.
Kidding, but not really kidding. Yeah.
Ah!
I mean, they look at their visuals. They make a good couple. They do.
I'll be
They
totally
do.
honest. Karina can do better. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
She can party, yeah, at her level. He's kind of like, is he like B-list?
She's not even human.
Yeah, really, for real.
She's in the gods tier, like AI.
Whenever, yeah, even me as a female, as a woman, and whenever I see a Karina reel or like a TikTok pop up, I just like, she seriously does not look like real.
I've seen her reels about like, you know how the deepfake AI thing's
Yeah.
going on? So
She looks like more AI than the deepfake AI.
yeah, they deepfaked her and it was just her.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Anyway, David being salty.
Heard the lesbians are upset too. Come, all lesbians.
Lesbians are upset
Let's
too.
all unite. We are all mourning
That
now.
is so funny.
Oh, we lost a
Oh,
hope.
people are telling me, oh, he's that guy in Alchemy of Souls. Okay, fine. He's an actor, great actor.
My barber was definitely heartbroken. All the Korean males were crying.
You were talking about this to your barber?
No, I'm
Oh,
assuming.
Okay.
But no, what do you mean Karina is the lucky one? He's hot. I cannot agree to that. No. Karina is I don't think anybody can top Karina in terms of visuals only in Korea in like a century. Period. Like Karina is, just I don't believe she's human.
Yeah. She even, like, I admire her beauty whenever I see a reel or a
It's
TikTok.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for her. People should date, but obviously it's not gonna, like, these. Have you ever seen a K-pop relationship that lasts, like, for good? Like, they're just young people dating.
Unless they just
Let them enjoy
unless
themselves.
they marry, like nothing
They're
lasts.
she's not gonna get married right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
No,
so it doesn't last.
No, I saw a comment on Instagram being like, "Oh yeah, and this will be done in like 6 months." Yeah, people are allowed to date and break up, and this is just what happens.
Yeah. Who's more popular in Korea, Jennie or Karina?
I mean, in terms of brand power,
Brand power,
It's
Jennie.
Jennie.
Jennie for sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of like looks and visuals and mass appeal, I would think.
Korea is way more up and coming. Jennie has been kind of around.
I think
for,
Jennie's really hot among females.
but the guys like Karina.
Guys are like mixed about Jennie. I know a lot of guys, including myself, seeing like I don't really see the appeal of Jennie. Like, but she's really hip. She's really trendy. She has that very Gen Z look. I do agree, and she has that brand power. But for like in just in terms of looks and appearance, like all Korean men would agree that Karina is like up there, like number one. Like.
Anyway, good for them. They
So-
should date.
So nowadays, I think the top two are Karina and Minji from New Jeans. Those are
Really?
like the visual tops. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What do you
I
disapprove
have
of?
not seen any like online discourse about Bungee.
Oh my God! Just
Since
call one guy you know and ask them who do you think are the top
I heard
three.
a lot of Kazuha from the Seraphim.
Kazuha too.
Yeah.
But like, who do you think are the top three visuals of Korea right now in terms of females? And they'll all say, I can guarantee.
Actually, I watched a lot of those like street interviews. They were asking Korean guys like, "Who's your Isangyang?" A lot of them say Kim Tae-won.
Oh yeah,
From
that's
the
a cute
Seraphim.
figure.
Yeah.
That's a more approachable figure, I would say.
Yeah, and a lot of them still say Park Bo-young. A lot of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the cute side. But like I would say like you mentioned Kazuha, Minji, Karina and Chang Won-young. Those might be like the top right now. But Korea's always been crazy over visuals, so please understand my enthusiasm for visuals, okay?
Guy Gadboy says, I'm hotter than he is, guys. Please validate my delusions.
We're just all very sad, so if you want to just ease in my sadness and depression, paypal.me/Korean Pizza Club.
Okay.
Send $5 to ease my sadness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go to the next story?
Yeah.
Oh, I have two.
Good luck, Karina. I hope you the best. I wish you the best. I want to write a letter to her.
Okay. Okay, David. Okay, next story. Let's talk about the 찜질방.
Jimjirbang, what's the Jimjirbang? All the news today is brought by Anna, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
I organized all the news today, so. Okay, so this video, let me refresh.
What's going on?
So this girl is like a fitness influencer, but she was in a 찜질방, Korean sauna,
Okay.
and she was in the bathroom,
Yeah.
female bathroom, and then she said she suddenly looked up, and like on the vent, she looked up and she felt like she saw like a phone disappear.
Okay.
She saw like the outline of a phone, and she thought that was obviously really weird.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, and so she was like, "Am I?" So she started filming it, and then so she went outside, and she said she tried to look at the toes, and she said she's a Pilates instructor, so she's had lots of experience looking at people's toes, and she's like, that is not female toes. They were like too big to be female, and so she waited outside. The guy didn't come out for ages, and she was just kind of pretending like she had left, and then he ended up eventually coming outside.
So he was
And
basically.
she confronted him.
Yeah, he was basically filming.
Yeah, this is
the
illegal burqa.
changing room.
Yeah, not changing, but bathroom.
Bathroom.
So she's confronting him.
In a Jimjirbang.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and she's like being like, "No, Tashiga, like you asshole, what are
That's
you
freaking
doing?"
gross. And by the
Yeah.
looks of him, he looks pretty young.
He's
too.
22.
22.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
I can also
God.
play this YouTube video. I'll play without the sound.
That is gross.
So
Is it
that's
this one?
That's her going into the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then eventually the police came and apparently like he had already deleted the videos whatever he took on his phone, but then the police.
Oh, so that's why he was taking a lot of time. He was deleting inside.
Well, obviously, but then the police took it and they're like, we're going to forensic this
Oh,
and we
yeah,
can
yeah.
recover all the deleted
Right,
files
right.
anyway. And then he ended up confessing.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, and he's only 22.
Why would you...
He's clearly a, like what do you say, like, incel?
Sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you just had to be sick to do these kind of deeds.
Yeah, but she, like, just, like, held him in place and he tried to, like, run away and, like, being like, no, I didn't do anything. And
Wow, she's pretty...
she's feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she's like, when she was dragging him out the toilet, like, everyone just, like, stared, but, like, nobody helped. Like, they were just, like, watching.
Yeah, people...
But apparently he, especially in the sauna, that's like the not first time this has happened.
Oh.
And apparently this guy has had, like, he's been accused of this kind of thing before.
Oh, really?
So it's not like a first time thing.
Then he is sick.
I
he
think he
needs
is
to be
sick.
hospitalized.
Yeah, he needs help. So,
Ew.
yeah, so he's taken into custody and.
Well, good for her. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I think, yeah, she could probably handle him.
Yeah.
If she's a Pilates instructor and stuff, you know, like, she has some core strength. Like, she could, that guy's a twig, you know. She could probably single-handedly, like, beat him. But
That's kind of sad. I mean, it would be quite. The fact that this has happened before in this sauna,
yeah.
how does that happen? Because I remember when I went, like, they're usually super separated, or the toilets are, like, super inside, like, where the sauna, actual bathtubs are. So that means, like, it's, like, really
Yeah,
relaxed.
he snuck in.
Yeah, he snuck into the
Yeah,
female
because
bathroom.
even the bathrooms are separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
So
space
that's-
you're seeing right now is definitely, like, a female-only space,
Yeah, female
I think.
only, so.
Or maybe it's communal. I don't know, but...
Even me, like, if I go into, like, an old building, old Korean, like, building, sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to pee in there. It just seems a bit gross. First of all, it, like, can be really dingy and, like, a bit gross, but it's just, like,
Yeah.
with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's sad, but that was the news. And, yeah.
Yuck.
Yuck. How did this camera thing become a problem in Korea? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm kind of interested too because apparently it isn't a big problem in other countries.
I think in Japan too.
Yeah, so what is
Peeping Toms.
Why is it that this region geologically.
And like, why would you want a
geographically.
video of someone peeing or pooping? That's what I don't understand.
Like, I can't locate the roots, like the motive of why
Isn't
Korea,
that
Japan.
so gross? And like, even if you're filming from high up, all you can see is like her head, and like if she's just sitting on there,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can't see anything.
Yeah.
What do you want out of the video?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, like, if other countries don't have hidden camera crimes at all, because like,
I think
if you-
maybe because porn is blocked in Korea. In other countries, there's abundance of
but
materials.
how does that go to like? How does porn having blocked have a correlation to going to bathrooms and, you know?
Well, maybe that's like the only way they can feel like they have some sort of I don't know.
Well, it's, like for Japan though, like that doesn't apply because
because they
Japan's
have
like the
porn.
#1 porn
Yeah,
industry.
yeah.
So that might be like a different approach because Japan is like, okay, no offense to Japan, but Japan's porn industry is very super developed, and then there's a lot of pervs there too because
Yeah,
of that.
Yeah.
Very weird kinks and niches and perverts.
Well, okay,
that could develop into this kind of perverted behavior. But for Korea, we don't even have porn. Maybe it's like the bipolar, like the polar opposite. I don't know. Sex being overly tabooed can cause odd behavior, but sex being overly promoted and perverted could promote that
I
as well,
honestly
yeah.
don't know the reason. I can't tell you the reason. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody said, in America, he just has to say he's transgender and he gets a pass. Weak. Anyway, so
Yeah,
that
like,
was the...
so I'm always like, Donovan says, like, I think it happens all over the world. Yeah, my thoughts are that too, but maybe it's just like published, you know, like on the news or like in Korea mostly. I don't know. Upskirting is a big issue because so many women wear skirts. The crowded trains and buses make it easy for pervs to take pics. Yeah. I would think it would be a universal issue because, like, population-wise, there has to be more pervs in, like, bigger continents than Korea. So, I don't know. Just statistically speaking.
Anyway, shall we do it next story?
Okay.
The Starfield Mall thing. This is kind of sad. A woman in her 50s, I think almost 60, she dies in a bungee jump accident at Starfield Shopping Mall.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it's basically like a fun activity. It's like one of the most popular attractions there.
Yeah.
And apparently it's usually really, really safe and you're like, you know, like safety geared up. But despite worn safety gear, the woman did not have a carabiner, a crucial safety ring attached. This oversight led to a fatal 8-meter, 26-foot fall to the concrete floor below, resulting in the woman entering a state of cardiac arrest, and then she died. And if they're going to investigate, and they could definitely sue the management with manslaughter if they find evidence of negligence. I mean, if they forgot to attach the parts, that kind of seems like negligence to me.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're gonna get in trouble for that, and I feel bad for the lady. That's a bad way to go, I think.
That is a very bad and random
Have you ever
way to
tried
go.
one of those bungee things?
No, but I don't intend to after hearing this news.
I mean, that's really bad negligence.
Yeah. I really wanted to try bungee jumping.
Yeah,
but,
me too. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah, but after hearing this,
Yeah.
I've always, like, watching those videos, I've always been very anxious about, like, whether those, you know, the facilities would be old or, like, whether it's actually safe or not. But apparently, it's not.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
Wait, people are like fighting.
Why are people fighting?
Perverts everywhere. Transgender people tend to leave people alone in bathrooms. You shouldn't be saying stuff like that. That kind of thing. Okay. Oh, shall we give an update on the doctor's story?
Okay.
Has your doctor friend, said anything more since then?
He's on strike.
Is he? He's actually
Yeah,
on strike.
Yeah.
But okay, basically, you guys know last week we talked about like the doctors striking in Korea. the general consensus is that everyone just hates them. Everyone thinks they're being super selfish. They're being super greedy for money.
Yeah.
Like, why are they literally? People can't. People who are sick, they need operations. They can't. People are actually having actual physical ailments, and like just because these doctors are like, no, we're gonna strike. All the interns are quitting. There was one statistic here that said. What was it? So the government is giving all the doctors till Thursday, which is tomorrow, ultimatum to return. Otherwise, they're going to lose their licenses. So is he going to stick to his strike?
I think everybody is going to stick to their strike because there's like the government can't do anything if all the doctors are, if all the doctors just decide to not go back to work, even if they cancel all their licenses, like who's going to keep on and maintain society, right?
So as of Friday, more than 10,000 junior doctors, or 80% of the country's total, have handed in resignation letters at 100 training hospitals, while 9,000 of them stayed off work. A lot of the students are quitting, medical students are quitting. Starting in March, the suspension of doctors' licenses for a minimum of 3 months will become unavoidable for those who fail to return under the law. They can affect your future career paths, blah, blah, blah. But it's like really having an impact in Korea right now.
I've heard some some patients that are in crucial state have already...
A cardiac arrest patient in her 80s in Daejeon died over the weekend after being refused admission to the emergency room by 7 hospitals due to a lack of beds, and absence of specialists and medical staff, and inability to treat critically ill patients. I really think, I think they're being super selfish. And even if he's your friend, I think they are. Yeah.
I don't know.
And apparently I've seen like a list, like compared to all the OECD countries in the world, Korean doctors get paid the most. In comparison to in comparison to the other countries. So they're already the richest people in the country. But there's still the fact that the government won 2,000 more spots for them. I think, like, why can't they just let that happen? Especially in like the more rural areas of Korea, they need doctors. They are being super selfish.
Right. What they're saying is that the 2,000 increase is too sudden. You need to do it gradually, and you need to do it with communication with the Doctors Association, not the government by itself, because the lack of quality, the lack of infrastructure, the lack of educational personnel, and all that kind of stuff. And you need to talk about the compensations and the policies with the doctors, but the government right now is just doing it by themselves. So the Doctor Association is like, we can't approve that. This is like BS. Like, you didn't even consult with us or anything. So in the end, we are doing this for the country. That's their cause, apparently on the front. But a lot of people are saying that it's for their own selfishness. They're afraid that their salaries or payments are going to get cut, stuff like that. But it's a very unique situation, because for all the other professions in the world, if you go on strike, it doesn't deal with a human lives being...
No, it's actually human lives being affected.
Being affected, right? But like what the doctors are saying here are like, why do we have to be put on those standards when all the other professions in the world can go on strike?
Well, I'm sorry, but that's you literally have to take the oath when you become a doctor. I take responsibility to look after and try to not let humans die.
So
you take that oath.
I know, I understand totally, but they're saying like, then when do we get our rights? Does this mean because human lives are on risk that we don't get any rights, or we don't have any chance in like centuries to like protest and stuff? So that's what they're saying. This is not my opinion, okay? Don't argue with me,
Do their salaries actually take a hit if 2,000 more spots open in the medical schools? Do their salaries actually take a hit?
I would think so, because everything's supply and demand, right?
But like you said, there are no doctors in like the rural parts of Korea. Everyone's like has to go to the bigger cities, and everyone's becoming a plastic surgeon or opening a skin clinic or whatever. I really don't think that's gonna make...
We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, but according to the doctors, it's gonna go downhill from now. But
So the deadline is tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, I've heard a lot of my like friends talk about this too.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some like very candid speeches from the doctors, like in blind communities and
What
stuff,
did what did
anonymous.
they say? What did they say?
They're like, just because we took the oath
Yeah.
doesn't mean like we're normal human beings too. We have
I
our
mean, I
own
get
life.
that.
We have our own livelihoods. We have our own labor rights. We have stuff. But just because the whole country is gaslighting us with patients' lives doesn't mean that we don't have this equal rights with other laborers and workers and employees and stuff. It's not fair for just to like shame us because of this. So yeah, I understand both sides. I think the government should be like in the middle mediating a little bit more aggressively, but the government's just like blocking
They're
everything.
being very hard.
They're just like, yeah, whatever. We'll just
They're actually condemning.
cancel all your licenses.
Yeah, like the president and all the board, they're like condemning these doctors. They're like, you're so irresponsible. You're completely just like, ruining everybody's
Yeah.
thingies. I mean, yeah, it's a hard situation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It's like Chandler says, they can protest just in a different way. So there's a lot of like debate on like the methodologies of protesting and whether that has effect or not, right? So that's why a lot of people use like shock therapy,
Tactics.
shock tactics
Not
and stuff,
therapy.
and mirroring and all that kind of stuff. But one very similar example was for the disabled people in Korea. Nobody listened to them because they're minorities. Their needs are not essential to society, but they're having such a tough life to live in Korea. So all the disabled people, the organization, agreed to go on like a strike or a protest, and the method they took was to, do like guerrilla attacks on subways.
Yeah.
So they would go with their wheelchairs and like blind people would like block the.
Yeah, make a like havoc on everyone's.
Yeah. So they would just place their wheelchairs in the door so that the subways don't start, and then people started acknowledging the needs and their voices. So I feel like in this situation too, the doctors are like outnumbered, right? The whole country is like, you guys are the bad ones. You are not looking over lives. You're just doing this for your money, and people aren't listening to them. So they're like, we have no other choice.
It doesn't help. They're like the richest people in the country. So people are like, we're supposed to feel
if
sorry
they
for
just
you.
if they just go on treating the patients, then nobody's gonna listen anyways. Like, oh, they're just doing their job. Like, let them be. So I get both points, but it's a very tricky situation. Yeah.
Someone said, why do Koreans protest everything, Lumao?
Well, I don't think
We're a free democratic country with the right to protest.
Yeah, I think Koreans are on
We're not the CCP.
tame side. Like, go to France or America,
Yeah, that's our strikes every week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick. Medical administrators do not take that oath, and they exploit the good-natured and giving medical professionals. For admin, it's all about money, and doctors are simply revenue-generating assets. For admin, it's all about money, and doctors are simply revenue-generating assets. I mean, the thing is, but they do, like, the job itself, they are, like, helping people.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I don't know. I don't know what the solution to this is either. I don't know what to say.
I think the government's just going to push through.
Yeah, they're not going to let down on this.
Yeah, and the doctors are just going to continue. Their licenses are going to just
They're
be...
revoked?
No, revoked, but also, like,
temporarily.
recovered, too. And it's just going to go on like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have like grandma who's very sick all the time, so this is a bit concerning.
Yeah, my grandma is in the ICU
your
too,
grandma's
but,
too. Anyway, hopefully we can have a solution by next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Okay, this one I think was pretty funny.
What?
Next story.
Which one?
Parents of 7 kids first to receive 10 million won for childbirth and so. How much is 10 million?
1,000,000 won.
1,000,000 won. That's not much. That's like
in USD, it's like 10,000.
10K.
Yeah.
So a young couple who recently welcomed their 7th child became the first family in Seoul to receive a 10 million won, 7,500K subsidy for bearing multiple children. The district's office of Junggu said it had delivered He and her husband to Youngseok, the parents are 28 years old. The cash incentive for couples who've had at least 5 children. The district office last year increased the incentives for couples who have 5 children or more from 5 million won to 10 million won. This couple was the first recipient of the new policy in the district and was the first couple living in Seoul to receive 10 million won for multiple childbirths. Do you think this is a good idea?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, because...
But are there 7 kids going to have a good life? Do you think it's responsible to have that many kids? I know when you're 28 years old.
Well, as long as you're responsible and you have confidence that you can raise them with love.
I have mixed feelings on this.
I mean, in the old days, everybody had like 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids. Like my family, even if you go up to my grandfather generation, they average have like more than 3 to 5 kids. Yeah, so.
I have a feeling those children aren't going to be raised right.
Yeah, that could be.
And that's not enough money. That's true as well. That's really not enough money at all.
That
You can spend that in like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's really not much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's better than
nothing, I
yeah.
guess. But I can't imagine having like 6 siblings. You cannot the Kardashians have, but they can afford it.
Yeah.
And like in the UK as well, there's also like a similar sort of thing where like a child. What do you call it? Benefits. Benefits for single moms, I guess, who they need more help. And then that kind of breeds this culture of like, okay, I just won't get any job. I'll just keep having more kids instead because they get the benefit. It's like monthly. It's not much, but it's like, okay, I have this monthly income rather than me having going like hustle for a job.
And you don't use the funds in like proper places and like nourishing your child.
Yeah,
but, like, you
spend it on like drinking or whatever. Like it can be really.
I think the government should give it in like vouchers that are only applicable to like
spend on the kids.
Powder, milk, and whatever. Diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Korea needs the kids.
But from what I heard, like the newlywed couples that I know, they all have kids now, and the government money is actually really helpful to them. They're like, they don't have to worry about like diapers or powder or anything.
But that case is really like anomaly.
Yeah,
like no couple in Korea is gonna have 5 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, no couple in Korea these days is gonna have 5 kids.
Like, not to judge, but maybe I am judging, but like looking at the picture and the interior of the background, it doesn't look like a very well furnished or nice.
No, they're gonna grow up hard. Like it's gonna be a hustle.
If you have 7 kids, you need space.
You need to be like the Kardashians. I'm sorry, like you need.
Not the Kardashians. But like, yeah, just a nice, decent house would be good. But like the background doesn't look that well. Good. Okay.
They're all gonna look after each other, I guess.
Yeah, but I do advocate this policy though, giving out money to people having kids, because our country really needs to do whatever we can. While I don't think giving out money is like the long-term solution, in the short term at least it's giving like more help to the actual couples.
Is the 7,500 one-time payment or monthly?
Monthly.
It's monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Donovan sent another 25 pizza. Thank you. I'm American, but on the subject of this strike, I vote Hoyunjin and Joy for hotness. What?
Hoyunjin from Le Sserafim.
Yeah, and Joy from Red Velvet. Okay. Nice opinion. Yeah.
Again, maybe what could David and Anna do to help Korea's birth rate?
Get a child? You want to make a child? Recently, I saw a play.
Okay.
And the play's theme, it's a very recent play, and the play's theme was getting a fake marriage to get accepted. One person wants to be a police officer, one person wants to be like a teacher, and for national exams, apparently there is extra points if you're a newlywed couple. And you can apply for like newlywed couple houses and stuff. So there are a lot of benefits in the public sector. So these two people who are studying for both of their respective exams meet each other, and they're like, you know what? We've flunked the test for like 4 years in a row. This is my last chance. It's make it or whatever. And they decide to go into a fake marriage.
Okay.
They live together, and they keep it a secret from everyone else.
Okay.
And of course, it's because it's a play, like romance, like flowers out from the fake marriage. But just the fact that modern plays and recent plays are making this a theme, like getting fake marriages for points to become teachers and public
That's saying
officers
something.
and getting houses. It says something.
You went to see a play
Yeah,
recently?
yeah.
Oh.
With who?
With who?
I know what you're
Of course,
gonna.
that's the next question.
By myself.
With who?
I'm a man of culture.
David, I know you. You're not gonna go see a play by
I'm
yourself.
a man of culture.
No, no,
My
no.
sub major
I
was
know
English
you.
literature.
You are not gonna go by yourself to do this. No way.
I was going to assess society's problems and, contemplate on, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. My parents are the oldest of their siblings of 7, and they still have trauma and family drama from it. Ooh, I can't imagine. Yeah. I mean, you're an only child. You don't even have a sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had a sibling. Not because of loneliness, but because of, I didn't want my mom's full attention.
But some people want the parents' full attention.
No. I assure you that is not good. It's unhealthy.
Anyway, I mean, I'm glad I did like having a brother growing up, especially when you're young kids. You have we just used to play fight and just play with toys, and I think it is fun when you're younger.
Yeah.
But when we got into our teenager years, we would just we would also have really bad fights.
But I
terrible fights.
Seeing my friends who have siblings, after they become adults, of course your lives are individual, but in very important cases in family.
Yeah, you come through for your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can depend on each other and you have someone to lean on.
Anna, do you have siblings? Yes, I have a brother. He's in some of my videos. Some with his face blurred out. Yeah, but I had a sister. I think as a girl I want a sister, so we can share clothes, share makeup.
If I had
Me and my brother have no common interests. Yeah.
If I had a younger sister, I would have gave all my love to her.
That's what people say.
Yeah. She would be so adorable and cute. I would take care of her, buy her all the good stuff.
And it's there's this family thing where it's I can diss my brother all I want. I can say the most horrible stuff to him, but only I can. If I hear other people are doing that, shitting on my brother, then I will defend him to the ride or die. That's just you do what you do for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
If I had a younger brother though, and he was being a menace, I would kick the shit out of him.
That's what most you do.
Beat the shit out of him, lock him in his room, get out my belt strap. Just kidding.
Do you know who I'm most jealous of? Harper Beckham. She has 3 older brothers older than her. She's the youngest. She's the baby, the girl of the. And she gets love from her dad, her parents, all her older brothers all the time. She's spoiled, rotten.
Oh.
Imagine being a Beckham.
If you're spoiled, you need some cane.
Like we talked about last stream about discipline. Yeah. Yeah, you guys.
It's all good with younger siblings until they break your stuff. Yeah, imagine my younger sibling breaking a camera or my computer. Yeah, get out my belt.
Don't beat anyone up. Okay, next story, the digital nomad thing.
Okay.
So for those of you who are maybe possibly interested in coming to Korea, just know that there is this thing called a digital nomad visa. Only 7 people applied since January.
Wow.
So basically what it is no freelancers are allowed on this visa.
Really?
Yes, no freelancers.
What's the point then?
So it's possible for foreigners to work remotely in Korea. They must be employed at a company abroad, working remotely for their company. Applying for a job within Korea is strictly prohibited. This visa allows a 1-year stay, which can be extended for another year or for a total 2-year stay. One obstacle is that the visa isn't yet currently open to freelancers who make a large portion of the digital nomad population, and the income requirement was 69K, I believe. Where does it say?
69K. That's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Yeah, 64K.
What?
85 million won, 64K US or
This
above.
is a useless visa then.
So I think they want to attract people who are working in tech, like AI or software engineer. They want the rich spenders to come and obviously spend your year in Korea, spend your hard-earned dollars in Korea. They don't want the poor backpacking digital nomads.
Yeah, that's the original term. What refers to digital nomad? These people are just foreign,
Someone said, the spokesperson said, we do know the visa has been on trial run since January, but there are many requirements like the minimum income of 85 million won that makes the visa target high income earners, and there hasn't been inquiries of foreigners currently employed abroad that want to use our vacation centers. So yeah, they only want to attract those kind of people, but only 7 people have applied. So
Oh my god. I know
Japan also, they have a similar, they launched a similar scheme, require annual income of 67,000 to allow a 6-month stay. So yeah, it's no surprise
that is basically a useless visa. For all the foreigners that were, looking forward to this visa, I know around me, they're like, oh, I can finally extend my stay here. Like, I'm actually, working remote.
So technically, YouTubers and people who do that,
exactly. So YouTubers were really excited about this, but like, if you're not associated with the company,
can you not say you're
69
employed at Google? If you're a YouTuber, no. Yeah.
Nah.
You have to be employed on an
Make
actual.
a paper company and then get paid through that company.
Yeah.
But still, you'd have to get paid 69K.
69K a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donovan says 69K is not a lot. Well,
it depends on what profession you are in, obviously.
69K in Korea, that would be.
I mean, in the US, might not be much.
8천만 원, 9천. That's like Samsung level.
That's like
really
really
like
on the
top tier.
upper 10% of like salaries in Korea. Yeah. I mean, in Korea, obviously, cost of living is less, and yes, people earn more in general in the US, so maybe you can. But other countries, that is a pretty high.
That's very high.
High income, yeah.
That's top tier here.
So they don't want just like any bums coming in. They want like
God.
actually.
Are you saying poor people are bums?
Just like people.
Wow, Anna, classist.
They're just like freelance bums, like us. I guess.
Okay. Are you calling me a bum?
I'm calling myself a bum. It's like a dated visa. So many people that move away work on laptops. Who would go to all that effort for a 1-year visa? I guess so. But Japan's is 6 months only.
69K is average in the US. 75K is the median household income in Los Angeles. If you guys are living in Los Angeles and you have a median income of 75K, please spare $5 to paypal.me/Korean Pizza Club. We really need it in this third world country.
Medium household, is that just for one person?
That's crazy. If that's the median.
Just for one person household. But LA, it's like one of the richest.
That's crazy. 69K is average.
Yeah, but the US is different to us, David.
Well, you gotta really send that super chat then.
Thank you, Patrick. So what you're saying is, as a foreigner, I should put this visa in my dating profile. Maybe it can be a flex.
What?
He's saying, so you're saying as a foreigner, I should put this visa in my dating profile.
I'm under the digital visa.
Yeah, maybe because it is a flex, I guess, to be like, I have this visa.
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, he earns more than 69K.
People are saying, if people agree, like, say, is that a lot of money? Really? Let's tell them.
That's a lot of money.
Okay, what is the average income in Korea?
According to Art, that's 2.5x of the average Korean yearly salary. That's 2.5x of
2.5x? 4,200만 원. That's the average.
Like 35K. 32 to 35K USD. So it's like 2.5x.
That is the average income in Korea, guys.
All of my friends earn that much right now.
Yeah, that's the average.
And they're in like Samsung, LG, and Hyundai.
Yeah. But also you have to remember, the cost of living and everything is cheaper in Korea. So it's kind of relative to your income.
Nowadays, I don't think even...
But houses are extortionate. Like, it's like over $1 million to buy a house. So
I've been to the US a lot of times last year. And besides tipping, the living cost was similar.
Was similar, yeah. Like eating out and...
The tipping is what adds up, like the 20%.
And also, paying rent and stuff, that's way more expensive.
Oh, rent, yeah, of course.
Rent is, like, cost of living there is way more expensive,
Yeah, rent is the biggest
chunk. And transportation.
Yeah, but if you, like, eating out costs or, like, groceries and all that kind of the daily life stuff, it wasn't that far off. Yeah.
So...
Yay!
My Korean American friends make 5x that much. Wow.
Wow, I need to marry a Korean American. Do you know anybody around me? Like sugar mommies? Please come in. Nguyen Tuan, thank you for the $10. 75K is really not a lot in LA after tax. Everything is so... What?
But LA is one of the most expensive cities.
LA fam,
Not many people can live in LA.
please help out this poor Korean
It's like
dude.
New York as well. Yeah, LA, New York. Yeah.
That's crazy.
In the domain I work, 80 to 90K is standard, either in US or Canada. Yeah, seriously, it obviously depends on what industry you're in. If you're in STEM, you're gonna earn more.
Damn, I should get a job in LA or the US and then work remotely. That would be, wow, that would be so
Work
good.
remotely.
Yeah.
Then all your money will be going on rent.
No. I should get a job
Oh, that
that's
paying in
US
Amer-
based and then work in Korea.
How would that work? You're not American citizen.
Well, technically, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, but you're not.
It's not like a highly paid job, but that's still very juicy.
That's what Jason is doing. You know, Jason J Bros. He was in one of my videos. He's been working remotely from his US company, but living in Korea right now. He said his money goes like double. His money goes for twice as long living here than how he would in like, New York. Yeah.
Damn, should I marry Jason?
You need to ask him first and say.
Well, we
get him
need
to
gay
agree.
marriage rights first here.
I asked him to come on a live stream. He said he would.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah, one time we'll have him.
Yeah, Iguana House says Seattle median household income hits 115K
Yeah,
in 2023. David, you need to upgrade your haircut to attract those sugar mamas. Hey, sugar mamas out there, DM.
Tom, thank you, says 75K doesn't go far in LA, average rent 4,800. That's also, people in Korea complain about like rent prices, being like, oh, it's getting more expensive. I pay 90만 won, which is like, it's
That's
still not much.
$800.
$800 for my studio, my loft apartment. And even compared to my tiny studio flat in London, it's still like not even half. Yeah, so and rent compared to the other places of the world, Korea is still super cheap.
Yeah.
But it's only Koreans who haven't ventured outside living. They're like, oh, but Korean rent is getting more and more expensive. It's getting really bad. But yeah, but that is like the literal average income in Korea, guys. That is the truth. So, yeah.
David is a mess. Yes,
Why?
let me be a mess and be rich and funded
I'm
by a
mess,
sugar mama.
mess. You want to go to a state with lower taxes. I've heard people, who were originally living in California and then they move out, they go to Vegas or Texas because of the tax. Even the really rich people. Yeah. Or you can live in Southeast Asia and your money goes even further. That's another solution.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of people do
Thailand.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see why like these digital nomads that have jobs in America or like the West go to Bali and live like kings over there.
Yeah, if I were living in the West and I had the option to go to like live in Asia,
Yeah.
I would obviously go to like
definitely-
Bali or Thailand. Why would I come to
Definitely.
live in Korea? No offense to our
Yeah.
country, but like why would I? What would attract me to
Well,
come here?
Korea, I would say Korea is a good option too because it's safe. It has a lot of stuff to do. It's
Yeah, but I
fun.
would be on
lot
a
of
beach, like
beaches get boring after like three weeks. You know.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Only 7 people applied. So if you can get that requirement, I guess try applying. But we can talk about this. This kind of is a segue. The cost of weddings in Korea, is it appropriate?
No, it's not. That's my answer.
So spending
It's overpriced.
54K standard for Korean weddings. Netizens debate the appropriate cost of a wedding. A male office worker who is preparing for his wedding turned to an online community to gauge opinions about the estimated cost of his upcoming nuptials. So basically, it's going to become approximately 54K USD. Opinions range from it's appropriate and it's way too much and you should spend even more. Someone said, does this mean you can only get married if you spend that much on the wedding? Is that why the birth rate is still relatively high at 0.6? This was on the online community Blind. And I'm organizing my finances for the wedding, but it's too much money for me and asking if this was normal. He also attached a detailed breakdown of expected expenses. He's going to spend 17K on a wedding hall, around 2K on a Jeju wedding pictorial, including photos, airfare, accommodation, about another 2K on wedding rings, and about 2,700 on studio makeup, dress makeup. In addition, he allocated a budget of about 23 million won for home appliances and furniture, and about 9K for a honeymoon, bringing the total cost to the wedding of 54K. Regarding the wedding cost, 48% of the office workers who voted said it was too much. On the other hand, 36% it was saying it was just right, and 16% said it was too low. This is about average. The cost of living has risen a lot. Those who voted that is too much are probably the people who got married a long time ago. That's like probably true. And these are people who are like with good jobs as well, employed at like Samsung, Hyundai, this kind of thing.
Yeah, like the wedding costs have gone out of control, and I think Koreans having like it's all tied to like the luxury craze and stuff. Like people have, there's a lot of fakeness here.
Yeah, it's
and
all
show
to
off.
like keep up with the Joneses.
Yes, so it's not really.
My wedding has to be the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's a 2-hour event.
Sometimes not even that, yeah.
No offense, like, but you're not the center of the world. Of course, in your wedding you are, but you're not the king of England. You know, like, why do you have to spend that much money when you're just being with your lover and celebrating with your friends and family?
Yeah.
It can be small, but like Korean weddings are so transactional and so like monetary and so like superficial.
Yeah.
It kind of sickens me out. Like whenever I go to a wedding.
Yeah. I'm going to a wedding this weekend of my friends.
And you always have to like pay like the congratulatory fees, like
yeah, this is the really different thing about Korean weddings. You have to give them a cash gift.
Yeah.
You can't attend otherwise.
And people keep track on a book who gave you this much and that much, and then when you go back to that person's wedding, you have to pay the same exact amount. I don't know why they do this, but like.
So to be honest, even if it's 54K, a lot of you can make maybe even half back.
It's a business,
Yeah.
Some people make even more.
Yeah, so that's why they want to try to invite as many people as possible, so that you can get more cash gifts, and then that pays off at least like half of the wedding.
Yeah.
And then like you try, and then sometimes you have people. This kind of makes me sad. Sometimes I have like people who I've not spoken to in like 5 more years, and then suddenly they're like, "Oh, I'm getting married. I really want you to come," and it's just like. We're not even close, and you're just inviting me because you want cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly,
literally, and that makes me feel sad.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have a relationship.
Nowadays, people just send you virtual messages on Kakao Talk, and then they're like, "We're having a wedding. Like, show your appreciation through this, like, bank account."
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. But this is how it is in Korean weddings, and like everyone says, everyone in the U.S. saying it's so expensive. That's insane. Yeah, so like we just told you like the average income in Korea, but people are spending that much on weddings. It's really.
It's so like.
It's just
but
crazy.
I'm gonna say this, like, please don't call me misogynistic, but I would say, like mostly women are to blame on this trend specifically.
The wedding thing,
because
guys don't care about.
Guys do not care about weddings.
Yeah.
It's mostly the women that care about the bridal showers, the dress, the location. It has to be JW Marriott or Hyatt Hotel or whatever.
The hotel also matters.
It can't be like a commoner's buffet thing. It has to be course meals with like 7 like I don't know omakases or whatever. And then you have to like have a photo zone. You have to have top-notch hanboks for your parents, and
we call it sudume, so like the studio dress and makeup.
Yeah.
That is also I saw this TikTok of someone saying in Korea nobody buys their wedding dresses, right? Because you only wear it, like everyone just rents them. But you obviously rent like expensive like Oscar de la Renta or like designer label dresses. So there's all these like wedding dress shops in Cheongdam and stuff. And for people, there's obviously varying different like tiers of wedding dress and how expensive and how couture it is. Apparently, people who rent these dresses, it can cost like 10K, right?
Yeah.
And then, but if you're the first one to ever wear this dress, it's called taking off the tag. So if you rent a dress that maybe like 10 other brides have worn before, then it's gonna be cheaper. But then if you're like the first person to get this new dress and take the tag off, that also has a premium, another more like several thousand on top of that, just to borrow this dress for this one day that nobody even knows what the label is or like who it's made by, like, but people really care about that. And then women like bridesmaids or like the bride to be, they will post onto their Instagram, oh, I'm the first tag, I'm the first dress wearer.
Yeah, so the end goal is flexing to their friends
to put it on Instagram.
It's like I did my wedding in this hotel.
Yeah.
We had this course meal.
Yeah.
I wore this wedding dress, and that all evaporates in like a year. And that's hard-earned money.
Yeah.
I don't understand the value of it. Maybe we have different mindsets.
Yeah.
But okay, for a ring, I understand. Like I could get you a good solid rock.
But also, this is a different thing in Korea. You guys know, if you get married in the West, you get like definitely a wedding engagement ring.
Yeah, yeah.
In Korea, it's not so common because people are like, I am not going to usually wearing a diamond on my hand for like. They don't think it's like most people just don't wear it. They much rather get like a luxury watch, like a Rolex or like a Chanel handbag.
Yeah, yeah.
Much more people gift those kind of things as like the wedding gift rather than getting a. They might get a wedding band, but not like an actual engagement rock, like a diamond engagement ring. It's really less common here.
Yeah.
Most people get a watch or a bag instead.
Right.
So that's also a cultural difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think really like not just the bride, but the parents too. The parents are trying to keep up with their social status too. They invite their like friends and like
literally any
relatives,
single acquaintance they've made over the years.
It's
They're like,
kind of like a business. And
it
like,
is a business.
It's like we rented out this hotel. Like
Yeah.
look how successful my daughter or my son is.
Yeah.
So like the parents, the bride, they're trying to fulfill their like I don't know, social status, fantasies and all that kind of stuff. And it just goes poof in a day. And I don't believe that's like the true essence of a wedding. You know,
Yeah.
it's about the true love, like getting locked forever. Like you need to celebrate that moment, but instead you're like, you know, what do you call it? You're bothered by all these people and relationships and like transactions.
it's really a business day.
It's really business.
Really business
And
day.
you don't. You're so busy. You don't even realize who you're saying like hi
Hi
to.
to,
Like you know,
yeah.
taking pictures here and there, going to these tables and saying hi.
Yeah.
It's like so hectic. Like I really abhor Korean weddings.
Thank you, Chenami, again for gifting memberships. Yeah, I think it's crazy. People ask me, would I spend this much on a wedding? I don't want to. Who wants to spend that much on a wedding?
Yeah.
Who wants to? Even my dad was like, even he doesn't like this culture because obviously my dad had to attend so many weddings over the years, and he was just like, I think it's become actually too much. He was like, I think I would be happy with you if you even eloped and just like did it really privately with like just family.
That's
and friends.
exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
But apparently those are more expensive.
Yeah, the small weddings are actually more expensive.
Yeah.
So also the location of the weddings in Korea, so it goes from like, probably wedding halls are the cheapest. Like there are loads of wedding halls in Korea where you just go there.
It's like a factory.
It is a wedding factory.
Hour after hour, there's another wedding.
Yeah, it's a wedding factory. I mean, like they decorate it nice and stuff, but I think that's like the lowest thing you can have.
Yeah.
And then maybe level up is like you get married in like a church, Songdang.
Yeah.
Next up, and then the next tier up from that is like the hotels, the fancy hotels in Korea. That is like the premium, and all the celebrities get married in like Shilla or like those kind of hotels. But it's also just like constant social media thinking that you have, unless your wedding looks like that, like you failed or like you should be ashamed.
That's BS.
Yeah, you can't compare your wedding to like a celebrity's wedding. You can't. So it's really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for the $10 with the cute emoji pizza. Really appreciate that. And thank you, Sarah, for the 50. Woo! What would you say is your favorite part about living in South Korea? Do you know what there is to do in Daegu? I started school at Yeongnam University in September. Should I answer this first before you?
Wait. Chenami gave me $100. Oh my god, thank you. Anna Banana, what is the Korean wedding tea ceremony called? Tea ceremony?
Tea ceremony.
In part of which? I don't know.
know.
I'm sorry. I'm like.
Is this Hangyeonre? I don't know. Like the parents meeting and having tea.
What are you? If you can explain what you mean, maybe I can explain better.
I'll answer this first, and let's go back to that question.
Okay, answer.
Favorite part about living in South Korea? It's everything's fast, convenient, safe.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
And convenience is the best thing. Do you know what there's to do in Daegu? Not much, honestly, in Daegu.
There's a shopping mall.
Maybe go to Dongseongro. Dongseongro is the biggest area in Daegu. Go eat some tteokbokki over there. I heard there's some nice like river
One
paths.
of my friends, Freya, she's from Daegu, so.
Right.
Yeah,
The bicycle. Yeongnam University, from what I know, is a little bit outside of Daegu, but not much in Daegu, frankly speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Chenami. And I'm just going back and reading everyone's comments. I saw a YouTube video in which both partner and YouTuber, and they paid 160K USD for the wedding. Is this a
Damn.
Korean couple?
I
Is
can
this a
believe that.
Korean
I can
couple?
believe that. A lot of people spend more than that. Yeah.
Someone says rings lose 50% of their value as soon as you wear it, or Rolex will keep up with inflation. Yeah, so it's really not common. Like my mom never wore an engagement diamond ring. Most people think it's like too risky to wear like on a daily basis.
Yeah,
like
it is.
if you're like doing stuff with your hands, they're just rather not.
It
So
is,
a
it
lot
is.
of women just prefer not to have
Yeah.
engagement
There is a big lake in Daegu. Yeah, go visit that. Yeah.
lake.
Nicole, thank you for the 20 on PayPal. Hi, David, to fellow only child and for studio rent. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicole. Tuan, thank you for the $10. Diamond rings are a sham.
Really, but I still kind of want one.
That industry is pitting people against each other to sell a rock.
I don't know. I still want a ring.
This is the reason why
I don't need
I get it.
I don't need like a Tiffany or like a thing, whatever. But I still want a ring.
Yeah, I think that's like symbolic.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
And it lets, when you're a married woman, it lets people know like, hey, I'm married.
Yeah, and
Don't
you can
come at me.
Right, and also you can sell it later.
Well, Rolex would be better though. Yeah, if you're thinking about investment, then a Rolex would be better. Is Anna going to do a wedding dress video? No, because it's not my wedding. One of my friends is getting married this weekend. She's actually doing it in Myeongdong Church. So that's
nice.
Yeah,
Myeongdong
that's
Church
nice.
is really hard to get. You have to wait
Really
for like
hard to
a
get.
year
Yeah,
in
yeah,
line.
yeah.
I had a friend do it there too, but it was beautiful. And only a selective few can go in actually.
Oh, really?
So you might not even be able to go in. I went to the wedding. I paid $100 for the money, and then I got like a buffet and like a gift certificate, like voucher, and then went home like
Really?
after
You
eating.
can't. Oh. Okay.
I couldn't even meet the bride.
Oh.
Yeah.
And also with the cash gift thing, people like actually fall out and lose friends and relationships over
Yeah,
this
because
cash.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, some people I know from my personal friends, they went to their friend's wedding. They gave maybe like I can't remember the amount, but the amount that was like not considered enough.
Yeah.
Like the groom who was getting married, he saw how much they gave,
How
and he was
could
like,
you?
"You guys, like, how can you only give me like this much?"
Yeah. This is what you think about our
Yeah, you
relationship.
clearly only value our relationship this much, so he doesn't talk to them anymore.
Yeah. That's.
So this is how relationships
I
happen.
hate Korean marriages, honestly. There's no dancing, there's no after parties. Some do, but like it's no fun. It's like so like routined,
Yeah, yeah.
ritualized.
Some even not even last 2 hours. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
an
yeah,
hour.
yeah. There's like an MC that says, "Okay, let's go on to this ceremony, that
Yeah.
ceremony, like, and then take pictures. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bouquet. Done. Yeah, that's it."
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say something.
Mm.
Oh, you know, if you guys watch Physics Show, when RM's episode, when he was on, he was talking about this sort of similar thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, because obviously he's a celebrity and everyone knows he's like,
I saw that too.
multi-millionaire.
Mm.
He has this like dilemma whenever it's someone's birthday or whenever he has to attend a wedding.
Yeah.
He's always unsure on how much to give because people clearly have big expectations because
yeah.
they're BTS.
That's not fair.
That's not fair either. So he's always like, in Korea we have an app called Kakao, and there you can send gifts to people on there. And he was like, when it's people's birthdays, obviously I'm assuming for his best friends, with people he's really close to, he would send them a really nice gift. But he was like, for people I'm just like a bit like not really sure.
Yeah.
Like I kind of know them, but like I'm not super close. He says he goes in like the order. He switches the order of the gifts from like high to low. Like for example, if it's like really premium Korean beef.
Yeah.
And then he picks like the third or fourth one down from the high to low list. Because people obviously, he's like a celebrity, everyone knows he has so much money, like we want a really big gift from RM.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, if it was someone I'm not feeling too sure about, then I'll just like give them like that kind of level of
Right.
gift. Obviously when he attends a wedding, I'm sure people will expect like, who's gonna pay so much.
Right,
Like,
right.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at it, and it's like basically around $70 to $100 or
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah, but even he said if you're just not close with that person, just like
Yeah,
don't
just
go,
because you're rich, you can't expect that person to give
just give you a huge gift.
huge
yeah.
gift. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I see the dilemma there. If I were RM, I would be like, yeah, I have my status, but like, you know,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much is the appropriate amount to
Yeah,
give?
yeah.
But related to this though, even after the wedding, like there's a unique culture. I think we touched on it too, but like after having the baby,
Oh yes.
the what do you call it?
Sanujori
Sanujori.
Yes.
That's apparently a unique thing in Korea too.
So let me explain. So you guys in the US, if some of you have given birth, like let us know. But like usually after you've given birth, obviously you like take a bit of a break at the hospital and then you just recover at home, right? In Korea, there's this thing called Sanujori one. and it's like a special facility for mothers who have just given birth. They get into this, like, it's super premium, and they stay there for like 1 week or
It's
two.
like a hotel.
It's literally like a hotel, and then you get like your meals made, and like you have like a
Nurses take care of you.
looking after you and the baby, and you just recover in this fancy premium hotel essentially, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, not all of them are hotels, but there are very premium ones. There are
Yeah.
mid-tier ones, and this is all class 2.
Yeah.
But apparently, women also
Compete.
compare
Yeah.
amongst like other
Yeah.
newlywed couples. Like, I
Yeah.
went to this place.
Yes.
Like, I went to that place.
I went to the best one.
The service was so good here.
Yeah.
The facilities were so clean.
Yeah.
The nurses were top tier.
Yeah.
Like that. Apart from weddings,
Yeah.
like that too, the 산후조리원 culture.
That's costly.
Like the husbands at home are like, you know, I've heard like from my friend, he was like, do you really have to go to a 산후조리원?
Yeah.
And the wife was like, what are you talking about? All my friends went
Yeah, it's
there.
not even an option. It's like you have to go.
Yeah, you have to go. And then why are you being so frugal?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then my friend was like, you know, the economy's not good right now. Our
Yeah.
earnings, we have to save up. Like, I
Yeah.
really think, like, I'll take care of you at home. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you, like, miyeokguk and, like,
Yeah.
you know, take care of the baby, too. But
Yeah.
she was like, no, my friends all go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be embarrassed in front of my friends.
Yeah. It's because every single woman goes to this facility after birth. It's like if you don't go, you're considered like, oh, does your husband not
Poor
care
or
about you?
something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, your husband is like making you recover at home. Oh my God! Like
Yeah. and
people look down on you.
apparently, this is unique to Korea.
Yeah.
only.
In no other country do you guys don't have this, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but there's so much things. So no wonder there's so many factors that are
Who
like
pays for this service? Obviously the husband. Well, they both can, I guess. But
both. Yeah, if they both have income, but like
Yeah.
But because of these kind of hurdles, like negative stigmas upon weddings, like the bridal showers and like all the wedding dresses, and like to these 한우조리원, it's a full process, right? And we have 혼수 too, like wedding gifts.
Oh yes.
We have usually the guy has to give the house or like provide the
So
house.
back in the day, it was usually the guy had to buy the house outright
Yeah.
for the couple to
Nowadays
live in.
it's impossible.
Nowadays it's impossible, so it's a two-person. They get a lot of family help.
Yeah.
But before, it's like it was expected the guy has to bring the house, and the women they will bring like furniture.
Yeah, refrigerators
Yeah,
or
furniture.
TVs or all
And then
that
you
kind
also have to give gifts, like luxury gifts to the parents,
Yeah.
like a Rolex or a bag or.
Yeah. So
That kind of thing.
all of this from
It
pre-wed
costs so much money.
to birth, like
Yeah.
it's so much money. Like people don't want to get married. I'm like,
This is the reason why people are not getting
I'm
married.
just gonna live my happy solo life. Use all that money. Like how much? 54K.
Yeah,
Plus
54K.
like all the gifts and like
Yeah.
the care, like
Yeah.
50K,
Yeah.
like 1 million.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that 1 million to buy my own house, go to like Bali or whatever, and like
54K, you can buy Bitcoin with that.
yeah, exactly. So like no wonder people are giving up on marriage.
Yeah, this
and-
is why.
yeah. This is only a fraction of why, but
Yeah.
like this is one reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Yes, I agree, but this is just how it is. Yeah. How much? Okay, I'll try to find out how much this 121 is.
And in the meantime, whoa!
121.
Extra pizza, double cheese, Adeline.
No.
Thank you for the 100. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Come get married in the U.S. It's totally okay to get married in a courthouse, then throw a party after. That's what I want. Exactly. I wish we had that in Korean culture. And you have many Nuna fans here. Oh.
So
Slide.
it's saying for this 2-week facility stay, if it's upper half, it can be close to it's $3,000, or if it's on the lower side, then it's much less than that, like 2K. No. Much less than that, but anyway, yeah, 2K. But still, like compared, like if you add up all the costs for the wedding, the childbirth, getting
Yeah.
the house, everything, it's still money on top of everything.
Right.
So
That's probably the average price, but from what I know, like my friends are like middle class and up.
Oh.
They go to like more expensive places for sure. I heard my friend went to like a 500만 원짜리. That's like
500만 원.
that's like 45K.
45K.
No, 4K.
Yeah, not 45K.
4 to 5K. 4
Okay,
to 5K.
okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Ya Konadu Akwaku, for the $20 and no message, but thank you so much. Supportive Get Anna a supportive chair. No
Yes.
no worries. You'll be on a sofa next time.
My ass hurts every time
you will
on
be
this plastic
compensated.
stools.
A good sofa.
Does Korea pay for that or that's an expense? No, that's your own expense. Korea does not pay for the 121. No, that's strictly like you and your partner, you pay for that service.
Hey
Yeah.
David, doesn't Anna look pretty tonight? What is the intention of that while we're talking about like marriage and stuff?
Every video, every live.
That's so
Sonny
funny.
says, so I would have to give a Chanel bag to my mother-in-law. Yeah, that is the tradition. It can be a Chanel bag or it can be like a watch or a luxury something. Or like jewelry, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
How am I gonna save up for a marriage? Usually people have separate like bank accounts for marriage funds.
What is Anna's PayPal? I have it pinned in the comments, guys. I have it pinned. So this is why people are not getting married. Can you blame them? You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't afford a house. You can't afford marriage. You can't.
But it's just like really, no other country has this facility. Everyone just can recover a home just fine.
Yeah, I don't like the facility is just like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it's like, do you need to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks? You can just stay in your own bed.
I'm not gonna say my opinion on that because I'll get canceled by.
I mean, even as a female, like I think it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be able to say that to my potential future wife.
Also,
I'll be socially pressured.
Also, the thing of like gender reveal and like when girls before like bachelorette parties or like what do you call it? Those kind of parties that only girls have. The bride has with her friends before they get
Bridal
married.
shower.
Bridal showers.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing in Korea until like
I know,
years ago. Now it's just like everyone's complaining like we don't need this like extra consumerist, extra stuff. Like it just costs more money. We don't need this American like tradition. Like
And usually the
who needs
husband
gender
pays
reveal
for that.
parties and like bridal showers and like they're like it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, you need to go to the Grand Hyatt Hotel,
Yeah, and those cost money.
rent the penthouse, invite your friends over, at least 5 to 6 of them, put like
Yeah.
a diamond ring balloon and say bridal shower, and then have like a bouquet which costs like $100, and then happy, and then with my
You
friends.
need to put it on your Instagram. But in Korea, until like several years ago, this just wasn't a thing at all. This didn't happen. It's only like
Instagram.
trickled in.
Instagram effed up everything, I would say. Social media and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's the
It makes
evil.
everyone feel like they're living like less happy lives unless
Yeah.
you're doing these things.
Yeah.
Oh, that person went on holiday to Thailand or to Bali, to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I don't get to go on holiday to Hawaii or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly. Yeah.
anyway,
Oh, that's stressful.
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 Okay, well, this is kind of related. Screen share. Less than 60% of Korean women aged 15 to 64 work, some 18% less than their male counterparts. This, according to the OECD, is the 7th largest gender disparity in labor force participation amongst its member nations. Female workers in Korea earn 31.1% less than their male counterparts on average as of last year. This gender pay gap is the highest in the club of 38 most developed countries and is about 20% points higher than the OECD average of 12%. Turning to the corporate world, data shows that there were 439 female executives among the top 100 largest firms in South Korea, constituting approximately 6% of the total number of executive positions, so only 6%. Remarkably, Samsung Electronics emerged as the company with the highest number of female executives, boasting 72 women in executive roles. So, yeah, that's not a lot, really. That's not a lot. And also the culture in Korea is like a lot of women, Korean women, once they get married, they're just like, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to be a stay-at-home wife. I want to look after the house. I want to raise the baby. I want to get out of the workforce.
That could be true, but I do think there's like involuntary discontinuation of careers too.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That is a depressing statistic. But in Korea, also, this is a thing that some companies are not more willing to hire women if they know that she's soon to get married and soon to have a baby. They're like, oh, so you're going to be out of work for like, we're just going to hire someone else, a man instead.
Yeah, I think that should be a huge thing to be discussed before you're married. You need to be really concrete on that because like even though marriage isn't like a contract or anything, like these big things, like having a baby, whether you're going to continue your career or not, these things all weigh in in like the decision of getting married finally, right? So if your like wife suddenly says right after you get married, you know what, I thought about it and I think I should stop going to work, then that's gonna feel like in some sense fraud. You know, like I married her because, you know, I was imagining that we would stack up money together and like afford the house and living together, but now suddenly she's like, I have someone to provide for me, so let me just, then that would be like, you know, in some sense fraud. So I think those kind of things should be sorted out perfectly before you get into a marriage. So yeah.
Are Korean men keen on women working after marriage?
Yes,
Most guys
yes,
are.
because we don't have any choice.
I mean, unless you're like the guy is making a lot of money, he can support. But
Yeah.
unless that, but obviously a two-person income will be better than one-person income.
Yeah. A lot of
So-
people get married with the motive of accumulating money nowadays. They're like, when I talk about like, oh, marriage takes up too money and like a lot of things, you know, the expenses and stuff with my friends, they're like, actually, in the flip side, if you get married, there's two people earning and saving up, so that accumulates faster. So they actually mentioned that. So I was like, okay, that makes sense too. Yeah.
I mean, most men in the U.S. also want their wives to keep working. No, give me your thoughts. Is it the same?
I mean, does it even matter? I guess, like, in the man's point of view, like, they would want their wives to keep on working. But at the end, I think nowadays women just want to continue working.
I mean, after your baby has grown up somewhat, but I think in the first few years, I think it's really hard when you have a newborn to be working.
Yeah, yeah.
Once they go to school, it might be slightly easier and stuff. But like really, the first few years, like they need a parent there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how is it? Like, how do you like your households do it? Like, how does everyone do it? I really think it's such a hard topic. Like, this is like my cousin as well. She's been married for like 5 years. They don't have kids, and like she gets pestered every Chuseok by my aunties being like, why don't you have a kid? Why don't you have kids? Like, simply because we have to both work. We can't just live on like one person. Like, to
Yeah.
have a baby, one of us has to start working. So, yeah, what do you guys think?
And Laurel, to answer your comment, I don't think the right word is fraud. Yes, I agree. Like, I couldn't find an alternative word. But what I'm saying here is, like, right after the marriage, you change your opinion. That would be considered fraud. But, like, after you're married, you're happy for, like, I guess, the 3 or 5 years. And then circumstances, situations change. And then you change your mind. You completely, thoroughly discuss with your partner, like, you know, these and these reasons led to my decision of, like, not continuing work. Maybe we should have a child. Let's, you know, I'll focus on the child. Then these like rational steps to those decisions would make sense. And it would be like on both sides made decisions. But like right after marriage, you're secure at your house and you think like, even, you know what, even if I don't work, this dude is going to provide for me. So that's what I was talking about, like those malicious intents. So yeah, just to clarify.
People say we have paid maternity leave. How long does that leave last? Like 1 year? Is it 1 year? Paid maternity leave. Childcare costs are a concern in the
1 year,
US.
yeah.
I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years because childcare was too pricey for an infant. Marriage is a financial arrangement as much as emotional. That said, I feel like partners should respect each other's goals. I mean, yes, of course it is. You're living together, so of course it's going to be a financial agreement. The first few years was very tough. My mom was able to watch my kid. Yeah, you need parents' help for sure. Like, that's parents' help will come in very handy. I don't have a mom, so that's gonna be hard.
Yeah. But I think, like, just to circle back to the article itself, like, I think it's fair to think in a perspective like that there is definitely like a glass ceiling too in
Yeah.
terms of women proceeding into like
Yeah.
higher up things, because I've been in a workplace like here and there, out in and out, but there are definitely like stereotypes or prejudice against like women being on like the administrative side or the manager position, and the patriarchal society hierarchy, the strict hierarchy and stuff definitely weigh in. So, you know, like a big example is whenever there's like news about like a woman CEO taking over a big company in Korea, the comments are like, oh, I bet this company is gonna cripple down in like max 2 years.
Because it's a woman.
Because it's a woman. Like, I've never seen a woman CEO like succeed or whatever. So there's definitely that kind of toxic thinking in culture as well in Korea, and that needs to be corrected. And yeah, so I think it's only fair to talk about that a little bit when we're looking at this article. So and even in like the employment phases, like I guess this is about like more higher up positions.
Yeah, higher up positions.
But executives, but like even in the initial starting phase, I've heard from a lot of my friends own companies too, and they need employees too. But off the record, I'm not gonna name who they are, but I've heard multiple times that a lot of people saying like, I will never hire a woman because they complain too much. They're emotional. They don't think rationally. They take period leaves. They discontinue their work after they got babies. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, a lot of people,
they don't do like heavy loading and stuff. Like, you know, men are very like obedient. They're very focused on like the sacrificing themselves to the company. So I've heard a lot of this discourse, and people just block out women from the get-go, like the starting point. So imagine that going into like a higher manager position, executive position. So I think that's the, like, not general, but like widespread stereotype against women employees, even among like my friends. I can't say what. I can't say whatever to them because like at the end they're gonna be the ones who employ, but yeah, I've heard a lot of that, so that's kind of sad. It needs to be fixed.
I mean, back in the day, I mean, like my dad's generation, it was enough he could just support. Yeah, he could, like, it was possible for just like the man to support the family and the woman just to be at home working. And obviously the woman does her part in the household, and the fact that she's like cooking at home, you're not eating out, you're cooking at home, looking after the house, looking after the baby, that's already like she's doing her part. But these days it's just like really hard to just survive on one income unless the guy is a baller.
It is hard.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it basically. It's so hard when I think about like getting married and all this stuff. It's like
it's a headache. It shouldn't be this
like
way.
it's like the topic of conversation between me and all my friends recently.
I honestly
like, is it actually gonna happen for us?
Like sometimes I romanticize the good old 60s and 70s and 80s when I wasn't even born, from indirect conversations I've heard from my experiences, from what I've heard from my grandma or my mom. Of course they had it harder, maybe like infrastructure wise and convenience wise, but in terms of relationships and family, I think they had like a richer approach than us. Like it's like, you know, you meet your lover, you don't think about too many things. You're like, I'm ready to get into this relationship and make a family, and then they go happy. They become happy with a child and stuff. Nowadays it's so like calculative, transactional, so many money issues, like jobs and stuff. So it's become a task.
Like relationships are so like business transactional here. Marriages especially, like dating. Yeah, you can date. People just want to date attractive people that they find attractive, right? Dating is just like casual, but for marriage is, you know, really serious. And from both sexes, guys and girls, it's like really matters about, you know, the reason why we have these like 결혼 정보 회사 is like marriage matching agencies. These marriage matching agencies, basically what you do, people go sign up for them, and then they literally will match you. When you sign up, you have to submit all of your personal records, your job, your income, your assets, literally all of your records to prove that you're not lying, to really be really transparent. Like, this is how much I have. I am ready to get married. I have this many assets. And then the female, the male, like the person in charge of the agency, they will like, okay, you will get suited. You're like about the same level. You could get matched with this guy, this girl, and then they like go on dates and then they get married like that. It's super business transactional.
Yes.
It's really about like, okay, what we can, like, are we suited like financially?
Yeah,
That's
you're
like
rated like beef.
Yeah, you really, yeah. So a lot of people use them though. A lot of people sign up.
What tier do you think you would be? Like A plus to D?
I mean, the fact that our job, right, it's not like as seen as desirable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salary-wise, what tier would you think you?
I mean, I earn decently compared to most
Okay,
people
so
my
you'll
age.
be A.
But the fact is, a lot of people don't like this kind of job.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't.
Right. So
And
that
same
would
with
be an
you as
A
well.
minus.
Seriously,
Then,
but
like visual-wise, what would you grade yourself as?
I'm not answering these questions.
How would you grade yourself from
I
1
am
to
not
10?
answering these questions. But anyway, yeah.
It's a hypothetical, you know.
But guys as well, I've had some of my guy friends, they'll be talking about girls, right? And then they'll be like, oh, but like she's okay, but like she's not that pretty, but like her family's like really well off. So they're like, oh, okay, then like okay, we should like do something, like go for it. Like this kind of thing, like it really matters on both sides.
Yeah.
It's not about like finding people attractive people is easy. Having a crush on someone is easy. Getting married is not easy. What?
I would say Anna is USDA prime. Hanu A++. Anna is an A+.
Oh my god, I'm getting graded like beef, but
Hey, guys,
Thank
take
you,
it
I
easy.
guess.
At least they're positive, you know.
But yeah, these marriage agencies exist, and apparently it's like really for guys who are in like their prime marriage age, like especially like doctors, really people who earn a lot.
Yeah.
They it's like basically free for them to join because they obviously want the
Right.
pool. And for women, once you're past 30, you have to pay a lot more money.
So
than
yeah,
the guys.
hypothetically, it would be like this: you start from, let's say, 100 points,
Yeah.
and then how old are you? Oh, I'm like 38. Okay, minus 5 points.
Yeah, minus 10 points.
Minus 10 points.
Yeah.
Oh, how much do you earn? I guess like 50K. Okay.
How much have you saved up?
minus 5 points.
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
like how tall are you? I'm like early 160 something.
Also, like, are you from a divorced family?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
is your
yeah.
family like a happy household?
Minus.
Yeah.
The most hilarious thing. Have you been to a working holiday in Australia? And then
oh my
have
god,
you
this
been
is super.
Have you been abroad?
Can you explain to them because they won't understand?
This is super
It's a
misogynistic.
super like stereotype and misogynistic, but they think some guys in Korea think that if a girl
No,
has-
not some guys. The marriage companies actually.
Okay, marriage companies, but the general consensus is they think if a girl has been abroad, like in a place like Australia or just like studied abroad, lived abroad, then they think that she would have been like complete hoe, and she is not good for marriage.
She's probably been like sleeping around
Yeah.
with like foreign men because
Yeah.
it's like more open out there. Nobody's there to control you. Like,
Yeah.
so that's the consensus.
Yeah.
And these marriage companies ask you, have you been on a working holiday or like a
Have you been abroad to
exchange
Australia?
student? Yeah.
And if you say yes, then your grade
a
goes
minus.
down. Literally.
Biggest BS.
Literally.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, the way you look and like
Your
your family,
profession,
your
everything.
profession, everything. So they take all these things into consideration,
Yeah.
and then they
And
match.
then your final score is
Yeah.
C plus.
So for women,
Congratulations.
so for some girls right now, they're like, you should just go to these agencies when you're like early 20s. You know, because they're saying girls in your 20s, you're in your prime. As soon as you like go down, like your grade goes down. As soon as you hit like 30, 31, 32, your grade goes down. So they're just like, if you want to get married to like a nice, well-off, rich man who will look after you, then just like go in your like mid-20s.
Yeah.
You know, instead of waiting for longer.
That's
It's insane, but that's the culture in Korea.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's insane. People are like, oh, just Australia? Aussie. People are asking why Australia. I don't know why.
Because working holiday is the most
Common.
common
You
in
can get
Australia.
Australia working visa
Yeah,
most
everyone
commonly.
goes to like farms and like cafes and stuff. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, see, like there's even a article about this,
Yeah.
and I'll show you. We're not making this up.
It's not a thing. Like a lot of I know some of my personal friends who've gone to these agency type things and like had a consultation.
Yeah. Are women living alone and studying abroad promiscuous? Marriage information companies absurd deduction in points. So yeah, this is actually a thing. And look at this. So what are the conditions for not being able to join a marriage information company? Less than high school graduate. You need a university diploma.
Yeah.
Height less than 167.
I'm less than 167.
Oh my god, you're
I'm
not able to
162.
join a marriage.
I'm 162.
Annual salary less than I think that would be 40,000.
Yeah, I make more than that.
From those who seek ideal types in vain to those with severe hair loss.
Yeah, guys, if you're obviously balding, then you obviously lose points.
Oh my god.
Guys who own a property, who own a house, obviously gets like plus points. You know.
It's crazy.
Also, they also think girls if a guy has like 3 sisters,
Yeah.
that's like a minus.
3 sisters?
Yeah, like
Why?
3 sisters.
What's
because
the
there's
logic
just like
beyond that?
first of all, a lot of family members, but they think it's gonna be really intimidating for them when they join the family.
Oh,
The sisters want
that's-
to bully her.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so
too.
if a guy that you're dating has 3 older sisters, then you'll be a bit scared, like, oh my god, they're gonna like
yeah,
hate me.
yeah. I can see why.
Yeah, or if the parents are really
Parents are-
overbearing. If he's
exactly.
a mama's boy,
Yeah.
does everything his mom says without like defending the wife, then that's
Yeah.
obviously a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So many minus points for guys as well.
Yeah, I would
Obviously, for
probably.
guys, it's like height is important.
I would be
income.
like a B minus or something.
Yeah, it's like credit score, but like for marriage.
Uh-huh.
So there's like, it's really less romantic compared to, you guys like, especially like, you can fall in love in high school or at university, you fall in love. It's like, okay, let's get married, let's like grow together, let's build our lives together.
Yeah.
It's possible, but in Korea, it's like, I mean, yes, some people in Korea as well, like, it's like childhood sweethearts or like, you know, university, and then you become married after several years together. That's possible.
Right.
But like these days, especially like our age, like dating for someone for not that long and like just like, deciding to get married because it's the right time, it's like then all of these like financial, like just superficial factors come into consideration.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have some tea. I have
What?
some fun tea.
What?
I'll just say this and let's end the stream maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 2. But did I tell this? I told this publicly. So I was last year I was approached by a dating program, a dating reality program from Mnet, and I was very like debating whether I should go on it or not. And I can say this now because it's public. So the concept of the program was they put you against 50 to 50 men and women who want to get married with the thought of marriage. So it's like an idol survival program, like you know Mnet what they do, but it's like marriage and men and women. So I was casted for that. They were like, you have an interesting, you know, job. You look pretty good, like, you know, blah blah blah, maybe you should come on the show. And I was like, I was thinking, I asked around, and then my final conclusion was like, no, I'm gonna make myself like a clown on that show. Like, it's Mnet too, they're
And
gonna
you're not in control of the editing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I know how they edit you, so I was like, no way.
Yeah.
So I declined, and then the show finally came out.
Okay.
It's airing right now. I saw it.
Is it terrible?
It's exactly what we're talking about right now. They showcase you in front of a stage, like you're number 1, 2, 3, 4.
They grade you?
They grade
Oh
you.
my god, that's so bad.
His salary is this. His profession is this.
Oh.
They show you the silhouette first.
What's the name of the...
I'll show you right now on YouTube.
Ah, 볼게.
And right now, this is like a funny thing
I
too.
received $10. From who? Oh, Tammy! If you're still there. Thank you, Tammy. Have a coffee. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That's crazy. What's it
It's called Couple Palace.
Okay, 나 써놔야지. 일단
called-
볼게.
It's called Couple Palace, and it's
That's so funny.
crazy. Like, people are like scanning people head to toe, and they're like judging, and it's
Brutal.
wow. Like, look at this. So, I don't know if this is gonna get
I'll put it
flagged
online
or
too.
copy striked, but like, I'll just show you a clip. I don't know if this is a fun clip or not, but let's get a taste of it. So. Yeah, this is the show. It's called Couple Palace. Imagine me walking on those. He's number 46, and according to his profile, like, look at this. He's a successful startup CEO. His salary is 100K,
Wow.
and he's IT startup CEO. And
So
look-
you would have been one of these guys.
yeah,
if you had said
yeah,
yes?
yeah, 1 to
Oh,
50.
My God.
And they're going through like runways. Look at these chairs.
자산 약 40억 원 보유. 부동산 이체. So he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
2 buildings and he has like $4 million assets.
Right. And then look at this. Like, this title says like, oh,
That's so funny.
her heart changed after she learned his age. So apparently he was very old. And they do like speed dating too. So it's like crazy. It's
That's
just
so funny. I'm so glad you didn't go on this date. You would have been like so shamed.
I know.
Keep your dignity.
And some people come up. I saw like one part of it,
I
and
will watch it later when I get home.
one guy was like, I want a wife who is okay to having more than 3 kids. And then he was very handsome and he had a lot of money. So his initial points were like like 20 people picked him. But then as soon as he saw like I want a wife who wants more than 3 childs, everybody dropped him. Like he got 0 points at the end.
Because that's a hard.
Yeah. And then one person was like, I want a person who's okay with raising dogs or like they have their own conditions too. And there was like a porn actress or someone too. It's like she's really hot and she has a lot of money.
Yeah, but no one's gonna like her.
Yeah, exactly. But then she was like, you know, I want someone who can acknowledge my past, respect it, and also embrace it. In return, I will fulfill all your fantasies. And then the guys were like, and then her points went up like.
Not to get married, no one's gonna get
married. No,
married.
everybody literally wanted a date with her, and she became.
Date. Yeah, of course you're gonna date an attractive girl, but to get married to a porn star, no one's gonna do that.
But anyways, the funny thing is. I haven't catched up to it, but recently the ranks, the number 1 girl that got the most picks is apparently in the same major as I am, in the same school, and she was a YouTuber too. So if I went on the show, we would have definitely get like matched or something, like, you know, by the crew. But it's wild. It's wild. But yeah, go check it out if you're interested.
I will watch it later, yeah.
It's really funny. It's really funny. There's some hilarious people there too.
Wait, I got a question. How would these agencies know how happy a family is? So they will look at your family history and be like, do you have divorced parents? Or like I met someone recently who had all of his aunties, like in his whole entire immediate family, there were like 4 divorces. That's what he grew up seeing.
That's too much.
Yeah, so obviously he's gonna have a slightly different, skewed view on relationships, and like
obviously
he's gonna be hard time. And like if a woman finds out like you have an immediate family, your parents got divorced, and all of, like 4 other couples in your family got divorced, then obviously I can't really trust you. They're gonna trust that guy less.
Right.
They're gonna think like you're gonna just divorce me too, and you're just gonna have a healthy
divorce, view. 2 divorces would be okay.
Yeah.
But like 4 divorces mean it's a pattern. Like there's something.
Yeah.
A reason behind those like divorces, so you would be definitely like red flag.
But also even me, I asked some of my like friends and like my acquaintances, I was like, I don't have a mom because she died of cancer. Is this like a minus? They're like, for some people, yes, it could be.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Because like immediate family cancer, like that, some people might want to avoid that. So I'm just like, oh great, more minus points.
Yeah,
this is how it is in Korea.
Yeah, I've heard like single parent households and stuff. Like sometimes they don't like prefer.
I mean, luckily, I grew up with a parent. This was already like I already was a full-grown adult. But like, yeah, if you grew up with just a single parent, they also look again bad on that too. Yeah. This is what Kelsey was talking about, like her parents not wanting to see him divorced until she was a full-grown adult. Yeah,
that's true.
Because the parents in Korea like care about this sort of thing. Yeah, they care about this sort of thing.
Yep.
This is the reason why nobody's getting married. Because
plus,
it's too hard.
Before
too
the aforementioned stuff, plus all the stuff here. It's going on.
I don't think you guys, could get married in Korea when there are so many expectations and roles to fill. Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really stressful too.
Really stressful. Yeah. But thank you for people who joined the stream. I'm sorry for the glitch, and thank you for all the people who sent super chats and donations. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Look at that stage.
So next week, because I'm going to Hong Kong on the Thursday, so yeah, we'll do our live on like Tuesday or something. Normal. Okay. So.
Whatever suits you.
Yes.
I think in maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 3 weeks max, I'll be furnishing the new studio, so we can finally go there and get you a comfortable chair. So let's find out how to do that. And it's 2. I haven't had lunch, so I need to go get lunch right now. And speaking of lunch, thank you, Ross, for the 100. Boo boo. Pizza. This is for lunch. Yes. Thank you.
Enjoy your trip. Thank you, guys. I'll of course be vlogging the Hong Kong trip because I have to. That's my job. Okay, thank you, guys. Have a good night, evening.
Good night. Yeah, and let's all
pray for us that we could get married.
Karina. Yeah.
Oh, mourn for Karina.
My chance of marrying Karina is now gone.
It's gone. I mean, I don't think it existed to begin with, David. I'm sorry. It's like me saying I can get married to Jungkook. You
said you might have a shot with Otani. Why don't I have a shot
Hey.
with Karina?
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey, you never know. Maybe too. I watch a lot of K-dramas too. Maybe I would stumble upon her in like a random setting and slow motion happens. And...
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye bye. You can end it first and let me
Bye.
just promote something
Okay.
before I go. So